Hey, so you guys are probably stuck at home like me and everyone else, which really sucks, but we gotta stay safe and we gotta stay positive. Those are the two things we gotta do. But boredom sets in, it really does, especially as a skateboarder, and a lot of you can't go to local skate parks because they're shut down. You really shouldn't be skating with other people, but that doesn't mean you can't skateboard. Unless you don't have a skateboard, then that does mean you can't skateboard. But most of you have like a piece of concrete in your vicinity, as in like a driveway, something like this in your backyard maybe, a sidewalk, even if it's like a 3x3 foot square of concrete. Most of you have some concrete near you. Or you can put a piece of plywood in the grass and just skate it stationary right there. So today I'm gonna teach you 10 tricks, and I say tricks because some of them are really goofy, but I'm gonna teach you 10 tricks that you can do in a very small area. And obviously you can do any flat ground trick really. I'm talking like kick flips, heel flips, tray flips. Like you can practice flat ground, and you should practice flat ground, learn new stuff. But this video isn't gonna go over like the basic flip tricks to learn. This is gonna be more of the goofy side of like kind of weird tricks to try. So I'm gonna teach you some stuff. Here we go. So some of these tricks are gonna be straight up freestyle tricks, and those I don't think are stupid. Those are actually really fun and cool looking. So I'm gonna go through a couple of those, and then we're gonna work to some wacky stuff. So the first one is a Primo, and you guys have seen me do this before, but if you haven't done one, now's the time to do it. Okay, I'll show you what it is. Or a rail stand, Primo, rail stand, whatever you want to call it. This is it. So Primo or a rail stand, whatever you want to call it, it's when you stand on the side of the skateboard, and it looks like this. Oh gosh! Looks just like that. Boom. That's it. Now you can do heel side, which is what I did, or you can do toe side, which I'm really bad at actually. Oh gosh. Oh, I did it. I actually did it. Can I flip out? Oh my goodness. So that trick is really fun. I know you guys have probably seen me do it before, but all you do is you place your back foot right here to press down with, and you have your front foot about right here. You can hang your toes off a little bit to make it easier. You step down with your back foot, and as you're stepping down, you step up with your front foot. And it's really just a timing thing. I like to kind of land on the front foot first and then bring the back foot up pretty quickly, and then you just balance there. Primo tricks are, it's kind of like a sweet spot. If it flips too much, that means you press too hard. If it doesn't flip enough, like I did the first try, it means you didn't press hard enough. So yeah, just practice that and you'll learn it. And to go along with the Primo flip, or rail stand flip. Flip man. It's just when you do a Primo and then you flip out of it. And you can do a single flip, double flip. I actually think double flips are easier somehow, but I'll show you what it is. So rail stand, good. So a rail stand, whoa, just like that. Then you put your foot right there, press down, just like that. You don't need to roll or anything, you're just stationary. You're doing it. And like I said, I think double is easier, but if you just press a little bit less, you'll do a single flip, which is probably easier. I'm just so used to doing double flips that double flip is easier now. But all you do is you get in Primo and you put your back foot right there, have your toes hanging off a little bit, and you literally press down and kind of go like that with your toes, and it will flip. If you're like me, it'll do a varial flip kind of thing, and then you just commit to it. You just land on the board and you don't roll away. I would say roll away, but you don't. You just land it. So that's the second trick that goes with the first one. The next trick is goofy. This one's a goofy one, but I used to do it all the time. Honestly, I haven't done it in years, so hopefully I can still do it, but I don't know what it's called. I call it the Walkup Primo flip, and I'll show you what it is. So the board's just sitting there like that, and then you walk up. Oh, first try in years. Oh, I'm happy. That's fun. That'll impress your friends. I actually did a tutorial of this like 6 years ago, but basically the gist of it is the board is sitting in Primo and you walk up and you just kick it right there and do the toe thing that I taught you in the previous trick, and it flips, and then you just jump on it. That's all you do. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just walk up, kick it, but you gotta kick it right. You gotta kick it right there. It'll flip, and then you land on it, and that's it. That is the Walkup Primo flip, double flip, whatever you wanna call it. Also, it's fun because if you're ever skating and your board just lands Primo sometime, just get on the board like that, and everybody will kind of like look at you like this. They'll be like, he did that. Next trick. Oh, this one's a good, I made a list, by the way. That's why I'm looking at my phone. This is the Falcon Stop. This is a classic trick made by Todd Falcon, who invented every trick known to man on a skateboard. If you didn't know that, it's the truth. Falcon Stop, this is what it looks like. It's actually kind of hard, I think. The board's upside down and you go, oh gosh. Try not to snap your board when you do it. Oh yeah. That was sloppy, but I did it. That one is definitely a funny one, but it's still fun, and it'll make you laugh, and your friends laugh. Basically, the board's just upside down. Not only do you stop it really hard, but when you stop, when you let go, you kind of go like that with your toes, and it'll make it flip. Some people can do it like way faster than I can. Like mine flip really slow. In fact, I've done this trick into a Primo before, which is another trick you could learn, I suppose. But yeah, you just stomp down, push with your toes on the way up, and then jump on the board and try to make it more stylish than I did. And then go watch Todd Falcon videos because he's the best. The next one is actually kind of hard. This one took me a while to learn. And honestly, sometimes to this day, I don't do it quickly. But it's the toe flip to catch, hand catch. I'm just making up names, not gonna lie. So this is what it looks like, hopefully. Ow! That was kind of bad. I've done better, but that was it. Boom. Boom. I've done better ones than that, but I don't want to try it anymore because no joke, this trick does kind of hurt your big toe unless you have toe abs. But basically what you do, I actually have to stand up. Basically what you do is the board needs to be in front of you, and with your front foot or whichever foot you feel comfortable with, you're going to bring the board towards you, and then when it gets right over your toes, you're going to pop it down and then immediately lift up with your back foot. And none of these are actually like coming up to me. I have had some that launch in the air and like I catch it right here. That'll make you feel cool, but so far I'm having bad luck. Ow. What, you get it, you get the point. That one's all about timing, and also the more you try it, the more your big toe hurts. So yeah, practice that. Hopefully they launch higher than mine just did, but that is another trick to learn, that's fun. Also, you can do it to where you don't catch it and you just try to land it. I've done that a couple times too, so. There you go. All right, next up is the throw down to Casper. I don't know the names of any of this. This one's pretty simple, it's pretty fun. I'll show you. All you do is you take your board like this and you swing it and you don't land it. There we go. So that one's pretty simple. All you do is you kind of swing it like this, and then you kind of do a half turn, and you want to catch it with your back foot on top of the tail of the board upside down, and you even it out with your front foot underneath the board. And it's all a balance game. You basically just do that, and you can practice that obviously without flipping into it. And then to get out of it, you're basically going to scoop it like that. Just a little baby scoop. Boom. Or if you're not good at the scooping motion, you can do like a half flip like this. But I think that's harder. That one's not bad. The hardest part of that is, no joke, if you have like a new board like me, it's very slippery right here because it hasn't scraped up at all, so your foot might slip off a lot. But other than that, not too bad, not too shabby, you know? Next up is very similar to what I just showed you. It's basically the same trick, except it's not. It's a finger flip to Casper. So you do an extra full rotation. So you just did a half flip, you're gonna do a 1.5 flip. I'll show you. Just like this. Did it. Ow! Okay, that can happen apparently. Oh my gosh. There we go, good enough. That one's no joke harder than I remember it being, and it hit my shin and toes numerous times. But if you want to take it to the next level, this is the trick. You do the same thing. You honestly just flip it faster than the one before, and you do it. That's it. Just wait for the 1.5, commit to it. That sounds funny on this trick, but yeah, you actually got to commit to it, because otherwise, if you like half commit, it'll just like slap your toe shin for some reason. So that's it, that's what you do. And next up is just doing a Casper. Like you're standing on the board normally and then you flip it to Casper. And there's two ways to do this and I will show you. So the way I prefer to do it, some people think it's actually harder. For me, it's easier, I don't know why, but you just do a half kick flip into a Casper. Wow, I can't believe I did that first try. And then the other way you do it is you like kind of flip it down with your toes into it. Boom. So the way I like to do it, you might need to kind of learn how to do kickflips first, but you just do like a lazy kickflip and kind of keep your foot under the board. Like you don't flip all the way out, you kind of keep it under it. So once it does that, you just aim the back foot to right here. 99% of the time I do it, my foot is half off, which technically doesn't count, but who cares? But yeah, half kickflip, and then you just do the Casper like I taught you before. You just lean back, have your foot on the tail, front foot under to leverage it up, and then you just scoop it out. Now the other way to do it, I think is harder. It's more awkward, and it honestly really helps if you have tight trucks. Mine are pretty loose. But you basically stand on the board and you have your back foot really hanging over with the toes right here, and the front foot is doing the opposite. It's like right here and your toes are barely on it. You push down with your toes and you lift up with your back foot and you get in that position, and then it's the same trick that you do the other times. That's it. That's the Casper. That's the two ways to do a Casper. There's probably numerous ways, but those are the ways that I know. Next up is a truck stand, at least a variation of a truck stand. The easiest variation of a truck stand. This one's actually super simple, but it might be kind of scary to commit to the first time, but it's really not bad. And I'll show you. Here it is. So you stand with your front foot on the nose of the board like this, and you do this. Oh God. That's it. So all you do with this one, like I said, you have the nose on the ground and you have your front foot on it like that. You grab it with your, if you're regular, I guess left hand. If you're goofy, I guess right hand. Really whichever hand is comfortable. I cross over though, like this. And when you cross over, you jump in the air and you put your back foot on the truck like this, and your front foot should no longer be on the ground anymore, but you can do it to like practice and gain, what's the word? Confidence, that's a word. And then you're like this. To get out of it, it's actually really easy. You just do a little finger half flip while you're jumping. That's how you land it. You just gotta commit to it. But yeah, it is a little freaky committing to that jump up onto the truck, because like if you land on the wheels, it could slip or whatever, but really nothing bad has ever happened to me, so it won't happen to you. Yeah, it's really fun. Oh, I did it. And last but not least is not like a single trick. it's a lot of tricks that you can try to do. Flat ground manuals. I love doing flat ground manuals. If you have a little bit of roll up, it's definitely easier. But even if you don't, if you just practice manualing, like just balancing in manual, not moving, it'll actually make your manuals while moving way easier, because it's way harder to balance manualing, not moving. But what I used to do, like when I was learning manuals, is I would just be in place and count how long I could manual in place. And that would really help me with the balance for when I actually started moving. But it's really hard. Like I'm not that good at it. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm doing it. And I'm talking to you. Oh, okay, that was awful, but you get the idea. You can also practice nose manuals, which honestly might be easier for me. Yep. Nope. Nope, they're not. They're not. Shove it. Oh! And if that's too easy for you, for some reason, you can try like doing tricks into the manual, and that is actually hard. Like this will take me an hour. You see what I'm doing? I don't know what that was, but you get the idea. That one's definitely the most challenging one you can do is trying flat ground manual tricks. The coolest one I've ever done is a kickflip nose manual, shove it, not moving whatsoever. That took me a long time. But yeah, those are the tricks. Really, it's more than 10 tricks. The possibilities are endless. So there it is, guys. Those are 10 tricks, or whatever you want to call them, that you can do at your house. I will say, if you're a kid and you live in your parents' house, don't just do it on the hardwood. Maybe some carpet if they're cool with that. But yeah, you can pretty much do these anywhere. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell to never miss an upload. I make videos 3 times a week here, and I also have a gaming channel you can check out by clicking the card right there. And that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna throw the lens cap on you from here. I didn't even hit anything. Okay. I got it this try though. That was closer. Somehow that was closer.